applied here to be neuroscience, so kind of like uh, pivoted my path here. But I really like environmental science. It's a growing issue around the world, so I think that it's important that people are involved in improving the Earth's quality and just like taking care of nature. It's pretty close to home. I'm from Maryland, so it's like an hour and a half from where I grew up. And it's just like city vibe. There's lots of opportunities in Philadelphia, and I like the campus. I like how small and like compact it is rather than having to like take a bus to every single class in some other campuses. I knew very quickly that the traditional lab setting was not for me. I figured that I would like something more hands-on, and that's exactly what the field station is about. So I kind of just like took a shot in the dark and reached out to Mariana, and then I have just flourished since then. I started in the summer of 2024, so I've been there almost 2 years now. To start, I would say that, well, for one, my first collection in the summer took me like an entire year to identify. So like I had to come back to keep finishing the identification, but also on that same note, my first research question um, did not give the answer that I was looking for. So there was more to explore around what I was looking into. So just like, I guess that continued curiosity just kept coming back. So I study arthropod diversity, so I use pitfall traps to collect ground-dwelling arthropods, and I'm looking at how species richness, abundance, and diversity has changed from the tornado that hit in 2021 at the field station to, I'm comparing that across time, across TFO, and then also comparing that to nearby Robbins Park as our like control site. So I've just been seeing identifying the specimen that I catch and just seeing how the community structure is changing across seasons and across the summer season, and then also spatially across the disturbance gradient in TFO. I would say I'm probably most proud of putting myself out of my comfort zone, especially with symposiums and some of the national conferences I presented at. I'm definitely more of an introverted individual, so I did kind of just have to like push myself out of there. And I think the first semester after after my summer research that fall, 2024, I presented at like 4 symposiums. I just kind of like put myself in the water to get used to it. So I'm definitely proud of how comfortable I've gotten with talking about my research and different ways to communicate it to different audiences, and just like setting myself up for success by like trying new things that I didn't really think I would be able to accomplish in my undergrad. I definitely presented at most symposiums at Temple, honestly. I would say most notably I presented at the Ecological Society of America, or ESA, Mid-Atlantic Conference last spring, which was held at Longwood Gardens, which I'd never been to before, so that was like a really pretty place to see, but also just like being around a lot of like-minded scientists on the East Coast was very interesting. And I also presented over the last summer at the ESA's national conference in Baltimore, which was also very cool. That was like a week-long conference, so I got to hear a lot of different research projects from honestly across the globe. It was very inspiring, especially in some of the detrimental times we live in environmentally. It's nice to hear so many scientists that are still hopeful for the future and like looking for conservation and rehabilitation efforts and just like discovering new things. So I'm in the 4+1 Accelerated Professional Science Masters for Sustainability. So I started taking grad courses in that realm of my education in the fall. So I've been taking graduate courses this fall and spring, and once I get my bachelor's, then I will be officially a master's student here, which is cool. I have a concentration in climate justice, so I'm interested in adding some social aspects into my very scientific background that I've had so far in my bachelor's to kind of get involved in local efforts, community science, communication, conservation efforts, all of the above. I would probably tell other students to ask for help. I think it's definitely overwhelming getting into the college sphere, and there's so many resources here at Temple, which I'm infinitely grateful for, but sometimes that's like really overwhelming to navigate on like what is kind of the most helpful or most fitting for what you're looking for. And I have found the most support just like asking straight up professors or my research PI, like, can you help me with this? And kind of hearing their opinions and being able to use that as like guidance in where I go forward. And I think just like having other perspectives in life is how you grow as a person and you learn more information. So just like asking those questions that you're kind of scared to ask does more good in the end than you think it will.